Brooklyn and handle my business. So I just want to say I'm always going to be with you. And I also want to let you know that by not getting my seat back, they just made me bigger and badder than ever. And to let you know, just for the record, the unions didn't do anything to get me out. And let me explain that so my colleagues don't be afraid. I've run for 20 years. I beat the machine, the unions, and their candidates. In this last race, everybody thought I was a shoo-in. So my folks stayed home. All the opposition got was 3,000 votes. With hundreds of thousands of dollars, all the unions, mayor, Hakeem, all of that, they only got 3,000 votes. That's the same amount they get when they don't have all of that. So they didn't give them a bump in anything. I got 2,500. The last election I got 8,000. My people stayed home saying, you got this. Some people are still saying they're going to vote for me and the election's over. Don't worry about that. I don't need a title to be a leader. And I gave them my Muhammad Ali poem or rap. The fire will be alive in 2025. And if you get on my nerves, I'm gonna blow down the door in 24 and win the assembly seat. So that was my Muhammad Ali thing. Our spirits are up. I gotta get back to Brooklyn. We will win. As far as the bill is concerned, being illegal and stopping collective bargaining agreements, a lie. There's no truth to that whatsoever. In the bill, the last line in the bill says this bill will not affect collective bargaining. They are afraid that my colleagues will now, after the election, get on board. We up to 12. Call up those council members and tell them to get on board. Now that the budget's passed, the election's over, there's no reason for them not to get on board. Straight ahead.
Marianne, Pensacola, where are you? Where is she? Marianne, where are you? Oh, yeah, there she is.
Oh, he just left. Yeah, okay. You want to go say bye for napkin? Did you want to go talk to him? Yeah. You want that? Good.
Good afternoon. I am a municipal retiree. I am fighting Mayor Adams.
He's coming back.
Unconscionable effort to take away our premium free promised health care. Now, my name is Eddie Rich, but that doesn't matter. What matters is I have for you and me what I call some good news and some bad news. All right. The good news is that we are part of a revolution. You may not know it, but we are a small group growing larger every day, standing up to greed and money. We are fighting greed and money, and we are supporting right and justice. Now, a few things. The bad news. The bad news is that the four men in a room, who are they, Evie? They are Harry Nespoli, head of the sanitation workers. They are Greg Floyd, head of the Teamsters. They are Michael Mulgrew, DC 37. Now, they have sold us out. They have betrayed us. And they, in doing so, have no vision and no mission, and in my view, they are not leaders. Now, on the other side, there is this small army of people. Don't be discouraged. This is a long fight, and we're gonna win it. We're gonna win it.
We're gonna win it, Evie.
Now, on the right side is all of us telling these four men in a room, we are not going to take it anymore. We are not accepting your taking away our traditional Medicare. And we will not give up. Now, what do we have to do next? We need more of you. Because across the street in that courthouse, Judge Frank now is deliberating about what he's going to do. And let me tell you, no matter what he decides, we know that we are right. And Garrido and Nespoli and Mulgrew are wrong. All right. Now, this is what we have to do. We have to mobilize our friends. There are 250,000 of us. Another 100,000 independent. And we have the ability to stand up and to do what is necessary to achieve our goals. Now, we're going to do that in many ways. We're going to get our friends, our neighbors, all of the people we know, including the retirees in training. They are the workers now. And after he goes after us, they're going to go after them. So, we need to get them to be much more active and aware. We are going to show Mayor Adams and his sidekicks, Adrian Adams, in the city council, that they are up against a formidable enemy. Us. All right, don't be deceived by my size. All right, great things come in little packages. Now, so we are going to launch a campaign designed to educate a city. We are going to get the members of the city council. Charles Barron tells me we have 12. And we need 31.
34.
34. Okay, we can do that. That's my attitude. There isn't anything that we can't do. Now, our city council people have to know that if they're not with us, they're against us. And we have to tell them that. And how are we going to tell them? First, we're going to call them up. We're going to call so often that we're going to shut down their phones.
Shut them
All
down.
right? Because emails don't count. They really don't. They'll throw them in the garbage. But if we call them up, all right, all of us call them up, they'll begin to pay attention to us. Now let me tell you what we're going to do next. After we call them up, we are going to picket their district offices. Yes. Their district offices. All right? Right in front of them. We are going to picket their district offices. Now, I'm an experienced picketer. I've been picketing since I was 17, and I'm 90. All right? So that's a long time. All right. And I don't get tired. I have to tell you that. All right? So we'll take turns, and we'll picket their offices with signs telling their constituents what they are not doing. Yes. All right. So that's the next thing we're going to do. And then we're going to go after their leaders. Their leaders. Speaker Adams.
Adrian Adams.
And her sidekicks. Because let me tell you, friends, they have all sold out. They've sold us out.
They sold us out in Africa.
Well, they sold us out. And the bottom line is that right over might, all right? Justice over injustice. Don't get tired. Don't get tired. This fight is going to go on. And some big people are going to come down. All right? So, let me leave you with this motto. We're not giving in. We're not giving up. We're in it to win it. Retirees will prevail.
Hey everyone, first I'd like to make sure we go on the record by thanking Councilman Barron for coming out and supporting us today. I know he just left, he went back to work, but he's actually was with Michelle and I this morning. We had sat down and had breakfast because he actually came here at 10, he forgot the time. And we told him, no, we're not here yet. And he said, I said, come have a cup of coffee. And he did, he actually came and sat with us. And then he went to work and then he texted me he was here again. So that was really nice that he came back and he sat in the courtroom with us. Before we finish our wrapping up, I want to bring up Jake and Steve.
All right.
Steve Cohen and Jake.
Give me a hand.
Steve and Jake. So I want to have everyone thank Steve and Jake. Come on up, Steve. And I'm going to let them tell you. I'll let them tell you what happened today.
Where's Hannah? Hannah's the one who knows what. Hannah.
All right, so
Separate.
Hannah's the brains
let
behind
me
it.
keep this simple. Tomorrow, I expect the judge will issue a decision on our preliminary injunction motion. So there's nothing that we can't really report what's going to happen. We don't know yet. Tomorrow, I expect the judge is going to say whether or not he's going to halt for now the plan to force retirees into the Aetna Medicare Advantage plan. I don't know how he's going to rule. We should know tomorrow. That's as much as I want to say now with all the cameras on me and all of you normally in these conversations. You know, I would have with us, Marianne and a few others. So I don't want to broadcast in the middle of this park our legal strategies or our analysis of what's going on. I can just tell you, sit tight. Tomorrow you will know more. We argued for about an hour and a half in there, and I can tell you that your presence in that courtroom made a difference. For the last 2 years, when we've had court proceedings, for the most part, it's been by Zoom. And obviously, then you just have a bunch of boxes on a computer screen. So the issue of how this is going to affect retirees, who the retirees are, is such an abstract concept when you don't actually see you guys in the court. And so for a judge to see you I think it's going to just, it made a big difference. He knows that there are real people who this is going to affect. And for you guys to come out when it's 90 degrees, you know, to support all of your fellow retirees and to fight for your health care rights, I think it speaks volumes to the character of this retiree community and your willingness to stand up and fight for each other. So thank you, because you guys made a big difference. So I don't want to say too much. I feel like I spoke for an hour and a half in court, and I don't want to just hear myself talk. So I will just tell you, just practically speaking, tomorrow you should hear more. If the judge grants our preliminary injunction motion, that's great. We can talk about next steps. If he denies it, then we can also talk about next steps. This is a big battle, but it's not the war yet. It is a battle. We'll know whether we won or lost tomorrow. So I'll just, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to say. Here's Steve Cohen.
The people who deserve all the credit for this are first all of you. You have been the secret weapon behind this from the very beginning. The information you provided, the support you've been providing has really made a difference. But the other two people are Hannah and Jake. If you didn't have the opportunity to hear Jake argue today, you really missed something. It was special. But the support he's had all along from Hannah in crafting these briefs has just been extraordinary, and it's been an honor to work with both of them and really to represent you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hannah, did you want to say something?
I'm sorry.
I'll keep it brief. I just want to echo, that's so loud. I just want to echo everything that Jake and Steve said. You all are really the heroes here, and thank you so much for coming out today.
I'll call you. Thank you. I'll call you too.
Thank you.
So there really isn't too much more to say. Basically, we're just waiting for a decision. We believe that will come sometime tomorrow. And then we will let you know, tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Friday night, our Friday night Zoom. So we will definitely update you more tomorrow, hopefully by tomorrow evening. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming out for a really hot day and a last minute event. And I want to say thank you to the active workers that are here too. Thank you, active workers that are standing with us, because that's huge. They're watching, they're paying attention because they know what's happening. But I do want to say thank you for coming out today. Go home, get into air conditioning, go get something to eat and drink. We will do a Facebook post later just to post some photos from today. I have a video that we're posting. And then Michelle.
Wait, people, you're live!
Oh, wait a second. We have to do one more thing.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
we're live on Facebook.
Have all of you watched the news about Mayor Adams disrespecting that senior from the housing advocate? Right? Her name was Ms. Judnow. Jeannie Judnow. Thank you, Jeannie. So I want you all to point right now. Point towards me. Everyone point towards me. We are pointing to Mayor Adams, saying, "Don't take away our Medicare and don't disrespect our retirees." And we are doing this at Jeannie Point. Thank you, everyone. Get home safe. Go get cooled off, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Adam. And thank you, my sound system, Joe.
I love you too.
I don't know, but there is
How you doing, man? I'm okay.
Bye, darling. Give me 1 minute. Get home safe. Thank you. No, I'm good. Hold on a second.